everybody. Welcome to Sunday School Music. I want you to listen very carefully to some music. Listen. I bet you know that song, and it has a wonderful message for you to carry with you all the time. Listen again. Can you sing that song with me? I'm going to play a little bit so that you can hear a little bit of an introduction. Listen. Here we go. Ready? Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Okay, next verse. Ready? Here we go. Jesus loves me, he who died. Heaven's gates are open wide. He will wash away my sin. Let his little child come in. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Here we go. Ready? Jesus loves me. This I'll shout. Tell the world his love swings out. Clap your hands and make some noise. Jesus loves the girls and boys. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Good job, everybody. I think that's a great message for you to carry with you all the time inside of your heart. And maybe when you're having a hard time, or just maybe when you want to say thank you for things, I want you to remember that Jesus loves me. You can sing that song out loud, or you can sing it right here in your head. Good job. Hi, everybody. For our next video, I'm going to do one that we did last year, and I know we had a lot of fun with it. It's one that sometimes I get a little mixed up on, but I know that you're going to do a good job. Here's the motions. Take a look. Bet you know this. Okay, let's try it right from the beginning. Ready? Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. And wide, there's a fountain flowing, and wide, and wide, there's a fountain flowing, and wide, and there's a fountain flowing, and there's a fountain flowing, and there's a deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Good job, everybody. I just messed up a little bit here and there, but that's what I usually do. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm really glad you're here with us for Sunday school today. Today we're going to be talking about Moses. Now, Moses is one of the early stories in the Bible about somebody who lived a long time ago. And it's a really important story for us to hear, though, because it's one of the stories that helps us understand how God is with us and watches over us. Do you know the story of Moses at all?
A bit, yes.
So what do you know about Moses?
I know that he had a rod.
What did he do with that rod?
He threw it places, whacked things with it, and it did stuff.
Who gave him the rod?
God.
Yeah, that's why it could do some pretty amazing things. What else do you know about Moses?
He was one of the 12 disciples.
You know, he wasn't, but he was, if there were disciples in the Old Testament, he would have been one. He's one of the big names that we remember, like Abraham and Sarah and Noah and Moses. So you're on the right track there, that he was a very important follower. Yeah. What else do you remember?
He was put into a basket whenever he was a child.
Yeah, and that's the part of the story I want to talk about today. Because when Moses was born, the people, the Hebrew people, that's the name of the people that he was part of, were living in Egypt. That wasn't the land they were from, but they were living there and they were enslaved. They were working for the king. And any remember what the name of the king was? It's a funny name instead of king.
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, exactly. They were working for the Pharaoh, and life was really hard for them. And the Pharaoh didn't like how many Hebrew people there were. So he told the people, every time a baby boy is born, he's going to be killed right away. Not a good idea, Simon, huh? No. But fortunately, just like you, Moses had an older sister. And he had a mother. And they went to work to make sure things would be okay for him. When he was born, they put him in a basket. What were you put in when you were born?
A blanket.
A blanket, okay. That would be the first thing. Then what else?
Our parents' arms.
Your parents' arms. And did they have carriers for you? Yeah. Yeah, the car seat that turns into a carrier, or a separate little carrier, probably strollers sometimes. Were you ever in the backpacks that go on the back of your parents? And you
I know those two were.
Okay, okay. So we have all sorts of places we put babies. Well, they put Moses in a basket because his mother took him and put him in the river. Not the fast part of the river, but right along the edges where there were cattails and things growing. And do you know what river it was? Do any of you remember?
Is it the River Nile?
It was the River Nile, yeah, because that's the one that goes through Egypt. And they put him in the basket because she knew that somebody from Pharaoh's house would come and find him there, and she hoped that they would take him and raise him so he wouldn't have to be killed. Well, that's what happened. Pharaoh's daughter came and saw Moses there in the basket. She thought he was pretty cute because babies are pretty cute. And she took him and said, I'm going to raise him in my house. And then Moses' big sister came along and said, I know a woman, one of the Hebrew women, who would love to help take care of him and raise him. And she went and got Moses' mother. So his mother got to raise him in Pharaoh's big palace. So Moses knew that he wasn't Egyptian. He knew that he was a Hebrew. And that became important later on with some of the other stories about him. But today's story is about the way God helped take care of Moses and used Moses' mother and his sister and Pharaoh's daughter to take care of him so that he wouldn't be killed. And that's the point of the story today, that God watches over us and takes care of us. So boys and girls, today we're going to have a craft that reminds us that God watches over us, and it's going to be demonstrated by one of our kids here. And that's our story for today. So think about Moses, think about the way God watched over him, took care of him, and God later on would use Moses to do some pretty amazing things. And so he has a big, long story in the Bible. But today we're just talking about the way he was born and the way God used the people around him to take care of him. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we're going to move on to the craft part. Bye-bye.
Hi guys! We're going to be doing a craft. It's called the God's Eye. The God's Eye is a craft that you use the string and these. They're already pre-tied for you, so you just need to get out your bag. Not everyone's colors are different, so don't worry if yours are different. I'm going to show you how to make them. The God's eye is important because it reminds you that God is always watching over you. Let me untie this a little bit. Okay. So, there's a lot of ways to do this, but I'm going to show you one of the ways I learned to do it. You're going to take your popsicle sticks, and you're just going to go around, and then you're going to go around the next one, and then you're going to go around the next one, and you're going to keep going in a circle. You don't need to go fast. It'll be if it's too hard. Take your time and be careful. Make sure you do your best work because it'll look really nice in the end. If you're having trouble with this and you don't like the way I'm doing it, there are tons of videos on YouTube on how to do this. So just look one of those up. See, I've done a little bit of it and it's starting to look kind of like a circle. Do you see the God's eye? Whenever you reach the end of your string, you want to kind of go into one of the strands, and if you need help, have your mother or father help you. Just tie it in a knot. You can do any kind of knot as long as it'll hold, and you might want to double knot it so it doesn't fall apart. And then you can cut off the extra or leave it there so you can hang it. There's your God's eye.
My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. In the beginning, God made everything. God simply spoke and the world came to be. He sent a flood and made everything new. He parted the sea and let his people walk through. He helped a boy bring a giant right down. Joshua marched, the walls fell to the ground. These acts of power are worthy of praise. But if you want to question my God and his ways, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. Though we are sinners, he still gave us worth. God sent his son to live here on the earth. He healed the sick, he made blind men see. He let the lame walk and he set the world free. He died on a cross and he rose from the grave. He conquered sin, he is mighty to save. He went to heaven and he's coming back. God's word is true, but if it's attacked, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so changed, I'm forgetting.